There's something undeniably magical about French-inspired interiors that captures the heart and imagination, weaving together romance, elegance, and effortless sophistication in ways that transform ordinary homes into enchanting sanctuaries. This timeless aesthetic has evolved to embrace both vintage charm and contemporary comfort, creating spaces that feel collected over generations while seamlessly meeting today's lifestyle demands. The modern interpretation of French country style celebrates the art of living beautifully, where every room becomes a chapter in a larger story of romance, refinement, and deeply personal expression that honors both tradition and individual creativity.
Welcome to Rustic Elegance. Let's embark on a journey through the beauty of rustic decor, celebrating the warmth, simplicity, and natural charm of this timeless design.
French Romantic Home Makeover. Timeless shabby chic and modern vintage ideas for every room. The enduring allure of French-inspired design lies in its masterful balance of seemingly opposing elements. Rustic meets refined, casual elegance meets formal beauty, and weathered authenticity meets pristine sophistication. This design philosophy embraces the profound beauty found in gentle imperfection through distressed finishes, natural patina, and carefully collected treasures that speak eloquently to a life well lived and fully appreciated. Modern vintage elements seamlessly integrate contemporary functionality while honoring traditional French craftsmanship traditions, creating interiors that feel both historically grounded and refreshingly current for today's discerning homeowners. As we embark on this comprehensive room-by-room journey through a thoughtfully curated French-inspired home, you'll discover the secrets to layering authentic vintage pieces with modern conveniences, creating cohesive color narratives that flow seamlessly from space to space, and incorporating meaningful DIY touches that make your home uniquely reflective of your personal story. From the welcoming entryway that establishes the romantic tone to the charming kitchen and outdoor spaces that celebrate the quintessential French art of gracious living, each room becomes a carefully crafted opportunity to express your individual interpretation of this beloved aesthetic, while creating environments that nurture both daily routines and life's most special occasions. 1. French entryway inspiration, welcoming with romance and vintage charm. How to style a romantic French entryway that feels instantly charming. Your entryway serves as the opening chapter to your home's romantic narrative, establishing the sophisticated French aesthetic that will gracefully unfold throughout your carefully curated living spaces. Begin with a thoughtfully selected Shabby Chic console table that showcases weathered wood character and delicate curved details, providing both essential functional storage and compelling visual interest that immediately communicates your design sensibilities. Above this foundational piece, position a vintage ornate mirror that reflects natural light while adding dramatic architectural presence. Seek pieces with aged silver leafing or gently distressed gold frames that authentically speak to French antique traditions and historical craftsmanship. Complete this romantic vignette with soft floral wallpaper featuring muted pastels or classic toile patterns that immediately communicate the sophisticated French country sensibility your guests will discover throughout your thoughtfully designed home. Modern vintage touches that create a chic yet functional foyer. Transform your entryway into a sophisticated greeting space by thoughtfully combining modern vintage elements that honor cherished French design traditions while meeting contemporary functional needs and lifestyle requirements. An arched gold mirror with clean contemporary lines bridges classic French elegance with current design trends, creating a stunning focal point that feels both timelessly elegant and refreshingly current. Install period-appropriate antique hooks crafted from aged brass or hand-forged wrought iron to provide practical storage for coats and bags, while maintaining the authentic vintage character that's essential to successful French-inspired design. A linen-upholstered bench in sophisticated neutral tones offers comfortable seating for guests, while adding soft textural contrast that balances beautifully with harder architectural surfaces throughout the space. Personalize DIY ideas to elevate your shabby chic hallway style. Infuse your entryway with intimate personal charm through thoughtfully crafted DIY projects that celebrate French artisanal traditions while reflecting your individual creative style and family story. Transform an ordinary vintage frame by applying chalk paint in soft cream or antique white, then carefully distressing edges to reveal underlying character that suggests generations of loving use and cherished memories. Create custom wall art by stenciling inspiring French phrases like bienvenue or classic Parisian quotes using elegant serif fonts that beautifully complement your overall aesthetic vision. Repurpose vintage silver serving trays as unique wall displays by mounting them as sophisticated shadow boxes to showcase small treasures, dried flowers, or vintage postcards from beloved French destinations that hold personal meaning. Two, kitchen and courtyard magic. French rustic beauty indoors and out. Romantic French country kitchen ideas with charming shabby chic details. Design a kitchen that celebrates the beloved French tradition of cooking and gathering through romantic details and functional beauty that make meal preparation a genuine pleasure and daily celebration. Install vintage-inspired open shelving crafted from reclaimed wood or painted in soft whites that showcase beautiful dishware, glassware, and treasured collections while maintaining easy access for daily cooking and entertaining needs. Choose whitewashed cabinetry with simple panel doors and elegant hardware in aged brass or pewter that speaks authentically to French country traditions, while providing ample storage for modern kitchen equipment and essentials. Incorporate floral ceramic accents through backsplash tiles, serving pieces, or decorative accessories that add delightful pattern and color without overwhelming the space or competing with functional elements. Kitchen storage and organization with elegant vintage appeal. Transform your kitchen into a model of elegant efficiency through organization solutions that combine practical functionality with French rustic charm and aesthetic appeal. Utilize vintage wooden crates as both storage and display elements, mounting them on walls to hold everything from spices to linens while adding architectural interest and natural texture to the cooking space. Install glass jars in graduated sizes to store dry goods, choosing containers with vintage-inspired labels written in elegant script that maintains the romantic aesthetic while dramatically improving functionality and accessibility. Add copper rails beneath upper cabinets to hang essential tools and utensils, introducing warm metallic elements that complement the overall French country palette while keeping frequently used items within easy reach. Create a French courtyard escape with outdoor dining and cottage romance. Extend your French-inspired aesthetic outdoors by creating an enchanting courtyard space that serves as a natural extension of your kitchen and dining areas while celebrating al fresco living. Arrange vintage-style bistro chairs around a distressed garden table that can weather the elements while maintaining its romantic character, choosing pieces in classic French cafe colors like cream, sage green, or weathered blue that complement your interior palette. Install string lights overhead to create magical evening ambience that transforms ordinary outdoor meals into special occasions reminiscent of charming Parisian sidewalk cafes and romantic European gardens. Enhance the romantic atmosphere with thoughtful DIY elements like mason jar lanterns filled with battery-operated candles, seasonal floral centerpieces arranged in vintage vessels, and shabby chic planters overflowing with herbs and flowers that provide both beauty and culinary functionality. Three, living room romance. Cozy elegance with French country layers. Cozy French living room ideas with rustic warmth and antique accents. Design a living space that truly embodies the soul of French country style through thoughtful layering of varied textures, complementary patterns, and carefully curated antique pieces that tell compelling stories. Begin with a foundation of weathered wood furniture, Perhaps a substantial coffee table with visible grain and gentle distressing that speaks eloquently to years of family gatherings and shared memories. Layer sumptuous textured throws in natural linen and soft wool across seating areas, choosing sophisticated colors that echo French countryside palettes of warm cream, sage green, and dusty rose. Incorporate vintage floral patterns through carefully chosen upholstery, decorative throw pillows, or elegant window treatments that add romantic softness without overwhelming the serene atmosphere essential to comfortable living. Modern vintage decor for a timeless and elegant gathering space. Strike the perfect balance between French elegance and contemporary comfort by combining modern vintage elements that honor traditional design principles while meeting today's demanding lifestyle needs and functionality requirements. Choose neutral upholstery and sophisticated fabrics like linen or cotton that age beautifully while providing the durability required for everyday family living and entertaining. A distressed wood coffee table with clean contemporary lines bridges rustic French charm with modern functionality, offering ample surface space for books, fresh flowers, and personal treasures that reflect your family's interests. Create compelling gallery walls using antique gold frames in varying sizes to display botanical prints, vintage family photographs, and meaningful personal artwork that tells your unique family story through visual narrative. Charming DIY decor that adds personality to your French country living room. Transform your living room into a uniquely personal space through creative DIY projects that celebrate the handcrafted quality essential to authentic French style and personal expression. Display treasures discovered at flea markets and antique shops, vintage books with worn leather covers, ceramic vessels with gentle crazing, or brass candlesticks with natural patina, arranging them in carefully curated vignettes that feel both intentional and effortlessly casual. Create custom accent pieces by painting wooden candle holders with chalk paint, distressing them gently to achieve that coveted aged appearance that defines authentic shabby chic style. Hand-sew floral throw pillows using vintage-inspired fabrics, adding personal touches like covered buttons or delicate trim that reflect your attention to craftsmanship, detail, and quality. Four, elegant dining the French way. Vintage table settings and rustic flair. Design a romantic French dining room with vintage style and warm details. Create an enchanting dining space that celebrates the cherished French tradition of leisurely meals and intimate conversation through carefully chosen elements that emphasize romance, warmth, and gracious hospitality. Center your room around a substantial distressed wood dining table that can graciously accommodate both daily family meals and special celebration gatherings, choosing pieces with visible character marks that tell beautiful stories of countless shared meals and family traditions. Drape the table with flowing linen tablecloths in soft neutrals that can be layered with seasonal runners or vintage lace overlays for special occasions and holiday celebrations. Overhead, install a romantic chandelier, whether authentic antique crystal or carefully chosen reproduction, that provides both essential functional lighting and dramatic focal point that establishes the room's elegant French character and sophisticated atmosphere. Shabby chic table styling ideas for everyday elegance and entertaining. Elevate your dining experience through thoughtful table styling that combines shabby chic romance with modern vintage sophistication and contemporary functionality. Build your table setting foundation with vintage dinnerware that showcases gentle imperfections, perhaps ironstone pieces with subtle crazing or transfer wear, with beautifully faded patterns that speak to generations of cherished use and family celebrations. Layer delicate lace table runners over neutral linens, adding textural interest and visual depth without overwhelming the food presentation or conversation flow. Choose blush-tone cloth napkins that complement your overall color palette while adding feminine softness to the table setting arrangement. Complete the look with elegant touches like scalloped-edge dishes and gold-rimmed glassware that bridge vintage charm with contemporary refinement and modern entertaining needs. Handcrafted dining decor to elevate meals with rustic French beauty. Transform ordinary dining experiences into memorable occasions through handcrafted details that reflect French artisanal traditions and personal creativity, while celebrating the art of gathering. Create elegant place cards by hand-painting guest names on small pieces of vintage paper or repurposed book pages, securing them with antique ribbons or small brass clips for personal touches that guests will treasure as keepsakes. Craft seasonal centerpieces using dried flowers, fresh herbs, or natural branches arranged in vintage vessels like aged pewter pitchers or ceramic crocks that add rustic charm without blocking conversation across the table. Five, French bedroom styling. Serene neutrals, soft textures, and romantic details. How to create a dreamy French bedroom with layered softness and grace. Transform your bedroom into a romantic retreat that embodies the sophisticated elegance of French country style through carefully layered elements and soft neutral palettes that promote both rest and romance. Begin with a statement headboard featuring gentle curves and elegant upholstery, perhaps a tufted piece in natural linen or a vintage wooden headboard painted in soft cream and gently distressed for authentic character. Incorporate muted rose tones through bedding, window treatments, or carefully chosen accent pieces that add romance without overwhelming the serene atmosphere essential to restful sleep and peaceful relaxation. Position vintage nightstands with curved legs and weathered finishes on either side of the bed, providing both functional storage and visual balance that anchors the sleeping area beautifully. Shabby chic meets modern vintage and elegant bedroom styling ideas. Create a bedroom that perfectly balances romantic shabby chic elements with modern vintage sophistication through thoughtful selection of textiles, lighting, and accessories that enhance both comfort and beauty. Mix delicate floral linens in soft pastels with luxurious velvet throws in deeper tones, creating visual and tactile interest that invites touch and promotes relaxation after long days. Install flowing lace curtains that filter light beautifully while maintaining privacy, choosing panels that reach from ceiling to floor to create the illusion of height and grandeur in the sleeping space. Incorporate antique-inspired lighting through bedside sconces with crystal details or vintage-style pendant lights that provide both ambient illumination and decorative focal points that enhance the room's romantic character. Crafted with love, DIY projects that add intimate charm to your bedroom. Infuse your bedroom with intimate charm through DIY projects that celebrate the handcrafted quality essential to authentic French style, while reflecting your personal aesthetic and creative spirit. Transform a simple wooden stool into a charming vanity seat by applying chalk paint in a soft pastel shade and adding a custom cushion covered in vintage-inspired fabric that coordinates beautifully with your overall color scheme. Create personalized throw pillows by hand-embroidering monograms or simple floral motifs onto natural linen covers, adding special details like mother-of-pearl buttons or delicate trim that showcase your attention to craftsmanship and quality. Update an ordinary mirror frame with decorative molding and antique paint techniques that create the authentic appearance of age and character that makes new pieces feel like treasured vintage finds. Conclusion. Creating a French-inspired home represents far more than following design trends. It's about embracing a complete philosophy of living that celebrates beauty, romance, and the art of finding magic in everyday moments and ordinary experiences. Throughout this comprehensive room-by-room journey, we've discovered how the careful combination of modern vintage elements, shabby chic details, and meaningful personal DIY touches can transform any space into a romantic sanctuary that honors cherished French traditions while meeting contemporary lifestyle needs and family requirements. The true magic lies not in expensive purchases or dramatic renovations, but in the thoughtful curation of elements that speak authentically to your personal style, while maintaining the sophisticated elegance that defines timeless French country living. The enduring beauty of French-inspired design lies in its remarkable accessibility and infinite adaptability. Whether you're working with a grand estate or a modest apartment, these foundational principles can be scaled and interpreted to suit your specific space, budget, and personal preferences without compromising their essential charm. Each vintage treasure discovered at weekend flea markets, every DIY project completed with care and attention to detail, and all the thoughtful styling choices contribute to creating a home that feels genuinely collected over generations, rather than hastily decorated in a single shopping trip or design session. As you begin implementing these French-inspired ideas throughout your own home, remember that authentic beauty comes from personal interpretation and individual creativity, rather than rigid adherence to prescribed rules or formula decorating. Allow your spaces to evolve organically over time, adding elements that genuinely speak to your heart while maintaining the romantic spirit and sophisticated elegance that makes French country style so enduringly appealing across cultures and generations, creating a home that ultimately tells your unique story through the language of beauty, creativity, and the daily pursuit of joie de vivre.